Good evening. We're out for a bit of a walk. Heading up to Killiney Hill Park to test out the new DJI Mini 2. I've already taken it up once or twice, but I haven't really tried any serious filming with it. There's some cracking views from up there. It's an interesting little hill. It's a nice evening walk, so I thought I'd take you up there and see if we can get some footage. And I'm walking on a loop that Alltrails have added to the app recently. It goes from near where I live in Killiney around Sallynoggin, Kilboggit Park, which is what I'm walking through at the moment, which is a mix of kind of council estate and rec park. It's a nice enough place to be during the day, but you probably wouldn't want to be on your own in the evening after the lights went out. 17-kilometre loop. Probably won't do it all, because a lot of it, as I say, is through housing estate and it's a bit boring. But if the rain holds off, it's been showering on me a little bit for the last half an hour or so. We'll get some footage from the drone, and I'll talk to you a little bit about Killiney Hill Park, Killiney Hill, Dalkey Hill, and the surrounding area. I might have been being a bit unfair to Alltrails actually. About 8 kilometres in now, it's not been a bad walk. And the housing estate that it takes you through, Ballybrack, there's an old prehistoric portal tomb in it, 2,500 years old, just randomly in the middle of the housing estate, that I'd never seen before. And it must be a couple of miles from my house. So, not the world's worst walk, along the beach now. Decided not to take the path, decided to walk along the beachfront, and now got wet feet, because the tide's partially in. I had to walk through the water. Oh well, no big deal. It'll dry off quick enough. Heading up towards the hill now. This is the beach. And that's where we're going. Behind me is the Sugarloaf. One of various sugarloafs and sugar lumps in the Wicklow Mountains. Ahead of me is Dalkey Island, Dalkey Hill, and Killiney Hill. Walk around the beach now, Killiney Beach. Maybe see if we can get some drone footage from the beach, show you what the local area's like, and then head up into the hill park. A nice evening walk, and the rain stayed off for the last hour, which is nice. Very good. I seem to have messed up a little bit there and left my extra SD card at home, so I need to switch the SD card out of this camera into the drone and see if I can get some beach footage for you. I was hoping to walk a bit further along, but the tide's come in too far and I can't get round the hill. So, do a bit of beach filming from up here, because the rain's looking like it's blowing in. It's a bit black over Bill's Mothers, and we'll go from there. So that was Killiney Beach. It's a lovely walk, that. You can, the best way to do it is to go into Dún Laoghaire. You can walk the piers and then walk around the coast to Dalkey, past the Martello Towers and a few other interesting bits and pieces, around the beach, which comes around my backside here, and then you get to the hill park here. There's a couple of tarmac paths that wind the way to the top, or some little trails that go straight up. Lovely little old Victorian park, this, named by Prince Albert for Queen Victoria and called Victoria Park. Long before it was a park, it was a quarry. In fact, the quarry still exists on the north side, and it's now very popular with rock climbers. And Killiney Hill used to be taller, but a lot of the top of it, along with the contents of the quarry, was mined out and sent down a road which exists still as a path right down to Dún Laoghaire, called the Metals, where there was one of those funicular railways. Used to take all the granite down, and that's what was used to build the harbour. You've got Dalkey Hill on one side, Killiney Hill on the other, and in between is a natural little valley, which is Killiney Hill Park. It's amazing how this can exist right in the middle of a fairly built-up urban area. No wonder it's such a popular local walk. It's Dog Walker Central up here, of course, being a local park. That is what it is. I head up to the peak now, see if we can get some images of the two obelisks. I'll tell you a little bit more about them when we get up there. It's a nice little reminder that you don't have to go too far away from your home, even in a city like Dublin, to get out in nature a little bit, or at least to get the sensation of being out in nature. Before anyone asks, you can't camp in here. Not that you would want to anyway, amongst all the dog crap from all the terribly responsible dog owners, because despite me never meeting a dog owner who claimed to be anything other than responsible, I never seem to see any in the wild. Is what it is, I guess. There are two obelisks on top of Killiney Hill. On Dalkey Hill there's an aircraft signalling tower for the route into Dublin Airport. You can one folly, hopefully you can see it behind me, and then another one down there. Now, on the map these would be marked as obelisks. In English we would call these follies, decorative pieces built for no other purpose in the 18th and 19th centuries. Interesting history to these two. I'm going to try and get the drone up while we've got a break in the rain and get some proper visuals of this, and then do a bit of a voiceover and tell you what they're all about. Well, good timing. It just started raining and I got a low battery warning on the first battery for the drone, so I brought it down. Just about managed to get some footage there of both the Witch's Tower, or the Wishing Tower, depending on, or the Wishing Stone rather, whichever one you could call it, and then the obelisk at the top. Couldn't get as high as I'd like to get the surrounding views because, as I mentioned, there's an aircraft warning station, or an aircraft guiding station, near the semaphore tower on Killiney Hill, which is just a couple of hundred metres away, and therefore we've got a 30-metre height restriction over the top of the hill, which is not great, but still managed to get some shots whilst staying below the limit. I'm being very careful with the drone at the moment. I only got it this week. I'm just learning how to fly it, so you know, you're not going to be getting any big live action shots for a while. And that's me done with Killiney Hill. Just past a public right of way. I should frame that, you don't have many of those in Ireland. I'm going to head round Roach's Hill or Flagstaff Hill now, depending on who you are as to what you call it. Just to finish the walk off and then head home. Should be about 16k for the day with a 12-pound pack. Nice little light training hike. Good 5 kilometres an hour. Uphill, downhill, across the shingles on the beach, which is really takes it out of your legs. And then managed to get some drone work at the top too. Fairly successful Saturday overall on this long bank holiday weekend. Gentle walk home now. Might have earned a cheeseburger, or possibly a Chinese. We shall see.